Do you guys want to see it on my macro lens? Okay, hold on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So in today's video, I'll be doing a full face of e.l.f. and that includes skincare because I bought a whole bunch of their skincare stuff. To be honest, their skincare intrigued me more than their makeup, so I was really excited about that. I bought they have different lines of skincare and it was really hard to pick which one I wanted to commit to. I bought a lot of stuff. It's all in front of me and it's quite overwhelming. I still have to unpack a lot of this stuff. I just figured I could start with skincare and then while I'm doing the mask, I can finish unpacking the makeup. And so I pretty much bought everything that was like in light blue packaging because it looked legit. And so we have a cleanser, toner, serum. This is primer, this is for makeup. We have a magnetic mask, which I've always wanted to try. And we have a face cream. So one might think we start with the cleanser. This is the Jelly Bounce Back Cleanser. I'm not sure if my camera will even focus on that since it's such a transparent tube, but it looks like this. It looks pretty legit. So, I like how it smells. Are you coconut? You smell kind of coconutty. Do you have coconut? It has something that says cocos in it, so I'm assuming coconut vibes. It's really thick. It smells really good. It feels really good too. It feels like it'll be hydrating. I'm assuming maybe they made this line for, oh, they did. A lot of the shit says hydrating, so I'm assuming they made it for dry skin. I was about to say. All right, so I'm obviously not in front of a sink. So I'm gonna go in front of a sink and wash this off. And then we're gonna do the mask next. We'll do the mask, then the toner, then serum, then face cream. I think that's the order once you do it. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna wash this off. All right, so I rinsed the cleanser off. Now it's time to do this mask. I've already opened it. I can't really pinpoint what it smells like. It reminds me of something though. Let me put that over there. So, comes with a little tool. Obviously, this is the magnet part. It says with this side, the scoop side, take the mask out. Let me show you guys. With the scoop side of the magnetic tool, apply mask to clean, dry face. Cool, it's clean. Leave on for 5-10 minutes. Perfect. It'll give me time to unpackage all this stuff. Cover, they have the magnetic tool with one of the covers. Cool, got that. Cool. Okay, so it wants you to take the mask out like that and just apply it. Ooh, don't get in your hair though. I like how this feels. It feels like a mousse. That's the texture it reminds me of. I wonder if you guys can tell, like just by looking at it, but it feels like a mousse. I'm moving fast because Liz just called me, so now I gotta hurry up and call back so she knows I'm okay. See, this tool is cool, but like how are you supposed to really get in the grooves of your nose? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep the mask right here because I don't want it next to my lace. Yeah, that's lace, babe. I know you couldn't tell until I said something. This should look good as hell. All right, we're masked up. Time for me to unpack the rest of this stuff, and then we're gonna let this dry, and then we're gonna use this side of the tool to take it off. It's magnetic, so I'm quite excited about that. All right, guys, it's been about 5 minutes, and I've unpacked everything. Now, we're gonna see if this is legit. I'm nervous. Oh wait, it says to put this little thing on it to help it keep clean. They give you like this little pack of things. And you just put it over this thing and that helps it keep it clean, I'm assuming. Okay. I don't know why I'm nervous. Oh! Sorry. You can feel it. It tickles. Oh my god. Wait, can you guys see it? Oh, that's so cool. How did they think of this? That's so neat. And it comes off so easy. You know how great that is? That looks so cool. It's like I'm grossed out. Do you guys want to see it on my macro lens? Okay, hold on. That's right. She pulled out the macro. Look at that, guys. Are you guys like not grossed out by that? Like, does that not kind of give you the heebie-jeebies a little bit? No? You want me to stop? You want me to like stop? You want to see my face again? Okay, I'm sorry. That was pretty intense. Time to get the rest of this off. Oh, it feels so cool. To be honest, I wish, oh, that's so, and it gets hard. It's not even messy. It gets, oh man. I wish all masks were like this. Because one thing I hate about masks is taking them off. Like, I hate it. But this is such a breeze. Like, there's no mess. Once the mask gets on this little thingy, it stays there. Like, this is great. Not to be dramatic, but that might have been the best mask I've ever used. And when you're done, you just take this off. And that's it. That was great. And you could just throw this away. Wow. That was a very pleasant experience. So now we have a toner and a serum. We have to do the toner next. So now we're gonna tone. This is called the Keep Your Balance toner. It smells very clean. I'm not really the best at describing scents, if you guys haven't picked up on that, so I'm gonna stop. So I'm gonna put this toner on the con pad. I get this idea that I was supposed to tone before I did the mask, but then again, I don't know. I won't know until I post this video and people are like, you were supposed to tone before the mask. And everyone yells at me. That's when I'll know if I did it right or wrong. I take this toner and just tone my face like that. Next, I'm gonna apply this serum. This is the hydrating serum that doesn't want to show up on my camera. It's the packaging, not my camera. It could be my lighting too, but then again, no. Okay. Take a few pumps of that. I like how this smells. It smells very like, almost kind of unscented. I like unscented products. Like, I mean, I don't mind when things smell good, like if they smell a little fruity or, you know, tropical. I don't mind that. But at the same time, I prefer products that don't really smell like much, because that means there's not much fragrance added to it, which means the likeliness of you breaking out from it is lower. So I like products that don't have any scent to it. And last but not least, we have to moisturize. And this is the Holy Hydration Face Cream. My nails match this stuff. By the way, I still have those acrylics on for my video. I just changed the polish because when I did my wallpaper, I don't know if you guys even know what I'm talking about, but on Instagram I showed it. The green from the leaves like left like scuff marks on my nails and it looked so bad, so I just repainted them. But I'm still keeping them on to test like the wear time of the acrylic. Alright, we are finally all done with the skincare. Now we can move on to makeup. Okay, so I bought two primers. I bought the Hydrating Face Primer and the Illuminating Face Primer because I didn't know which one I wanted to use. I think in order to give them both a chance, I'm gonna take a pump of this Hydrating Primer and we'll put that on the outer parts of the face because I don't really need hydration in this T-zone area. It feels like a traditional primer. Like, you guys know what I mean. Like, I want to say like the silicone-based primers. That's what the texture feels like. And with the Illuminating Primer, which looks to be the same exact texture, I'll just place that in this center area where I want it to actually illuminate. You know, like the place I typically highlight. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's very like shiny. Not too shiny though. But it's definitely like golden. So foundation, I bought the only foundation they had. I don't know if they've come out with new foundations since this. I feel like they have, but I could just be completely out of the loop. These brands be launching so much stuff, I can't keep up. But this is what they had in Target. So what's funny about this is that this was actually the first foundation I ever used. And I was using this back before they corrected their tones, or they changed something about it, but I know back then it was very, very gray. So I used to have to add like yellow food color drops in order to make it a little more yellow to fit my skin tone. And so yeah, this is the first foundation I ever used. I got the two shades Almond and Caramel because I didn't know which one I am, but I'm looking at it and I think I might be Caramel. So, oh man, I'm nervous. let's just put that on. I also bought 2 of their sponges. I bought this sponge, and they're wet, so they definitely come smaller than this, but they get really big once you wet them. I got this for face and this for like under eye. So let's just start to apply that to see what it's looking like. Oh, that looks good. Okay, yeah, I'm that shade. I'm happy I bought both, because I feel like the other one might have been a little too light for me. It has a pretty good coverage too. I'll say that, but it feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel full coverage. All right, so that's all blended out. I think it looks pretty good. Let's move on to concealer. I bought 2 different concealers. We have the Hydrating Camel Concealer. It's a satin finish. And then we have, and I got this in medium sand. And I got the 16-hour Camel Concealer in the shade Tan Neutral. And so, in order to use both, how about let's use the Hydrating Camo on this side, and this is the 16-hour Camo on this eye. The shades look very similar. This is just a little more yellow. I don't know if you guys can even tell. And because we have a double-ended sponge, I'll use one end to blend out this one, and the other to blend out the other one, and I'll tell you guys which one I like more. Okay, from blending them out, I like the 16-hour Camo one a little more than the hydrating one. The hydrating one is a little, I guess, like thinner, I feel like. Like the formulas are like almost identical, but I definitely notice a difference in blending them out, and I like this one more. And so I want it to be like a little thicker. So what I'm gonna do is apply the 16-hour one, and I'm just gonna let it sit. And this is what Jackie does in order to make her like concealers a little more full coverage. From my memory, I'm pretty sure this is what she does. And so I'm just gonna let that sit. Oh, and I'm gonna put a little bit right here too. And hopefully it thickens up a little bit, and then we'll blend it. All right, so I let it sit, and it feels a little thicker. That could just be my mind, but I'm gonna just blend it out now. Oh yeah, it definitely looks like it gave me more coverage for sure. Yeah, I like how that looks much more. Cool, I'm happy I did that. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but that looks way better than the first time I put it on, right? All right, so to set this concealer, the only powder I saw that looked legit, well, I bought 2, but the more I'm looking at it, I feel like this HD powder is a safer bet. I bought the Halo Glow Setting Powder, but this might be for your full face, and so I'm gonna use the HD powder because it seems to be legit. Like that, it's very fine. I'm kind of nervous about this, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not a fan of drugstore loose powders because they always look really ashy, like always, and so I stay away from them, except for Makeup Revolution has a banana powder, but that one makes my under eye feel a little caked up sometimes, which is why I kind of stopped using that. So kind of tricky, but I'm gonna just set that, and I use a very thin layer. I'm just blending it in. When you first put it, because the powder is so fine, it's gonna wanna, I can't explain it, but it's gonna look a little weird because your foundation's wet and this powder is so fine it just wants to blend into the foundation. I'm noticing if you just keep blending it out, it'll set it and it won't look like patchy. Since it's a really thin powder, I'm just doing another layer just to make sure the under eye is really set. Cool. We're gonna do a flashback test after I'm done. I ain't done one of those in a while, but we kind of have to. All right, so to set my entire face, like I said, I got the Halo Glow powder, but I also got this compact powder, and this is the only shade that looked like it'll be like decent. I'm gonna just apply a little and see. Yeah, no, I'm gonna just use this Halo Glow powder and hope it doesn't look bad. Oh, okay, it's pretty much translucent, so that should be fine. I'm gonna do a thin layer of that. It's super fine powder, like it feels like you're not putting anything on. I'm using the powder brush. All the brushes I'm gonna use are from e.l.f. too, by the way. Okay, so I still need to contour, and I forgot the palette I bought is cream and not powder. So this should be interesting, but I'm gonna just go for it. This is the contour palette. I'm gonna use this shade. Do you have a name? You don't, babe, but it's okay. I'm gonna use, you guys see the shade I'm using. And I'm gonna take this powder blurring brush and just lightly buff over the powder I've already put on my face. The cool thing about the powder though is that it's so lightweight. My hair wants to just be all in that I think it's safe to do creams on top of it because it's not a heavy powder. So it's not like my makeup is so locked in that anything I put on top will mess it up. So I think that's why we'll be okay doing this. Now with the compact powder I was using earlier, I'll just use that to set, just so it doesn't move. So because my lips look ashy, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this lip scrub I bought from them, and it looks really cool. It looks pretty legit. And I'm just gonna take that and exfoliate and moisturize my lips. I think the idea of putting exfoliator in the shape of a lipstick is genius because it's less messy. And like it exfoliates your lips when the product gets on your lips, and it's like a chapstick in one. So it's exfoliating while moisturizing your lips at the same time, and it's genius. All right, so now I'm gonna do a quick eye look. I'm gonna take the primer, which I've used before, and I know I'm not like a super huge fan of it because it feels oily to me a little bit, but we're just gonna commit. Alright, so the palette I bought was one that just screamed to me when I was looking. It's neutrals, of course. We have neutrals, then we have some greens, and so I'm like, you know, this palette seems very fitting, so that's what I bought. So I'm just gonna start going in, just picking up random colors, and I'll list the colors I used down below. Everything will be linked and listed down below. This shade is called Darling, which is like a warm brown shade. I'm taking this fluffy blender brush and just blending that on the outer part of my eyes. Seems to be sticking pretty well to that primer. Now I'm gonna take the shade Muse, which is like a darker brown. One thing I think this palette is missing is like a warmer darker brown, because it kind of goes from like that tan shade to like this really cool dark brown. And I think they need like a warmer brown. You know, believe it or not, guys, I know I always stick to neutrals, but I wanted to do a blue eye look today. Like, I had that on my mind, but this doesn't have any blue, so we can't do it. But I literally want to do a blue eye look because I'm starting like a blue Instagram theme. And I'm like, okay, I could do blue eyeshadow, but this palette had other plans, so sorry, but another everyday look for Arnellarmon. Okay, I'm done trolling you guys. I'm gonna take this shade Rose Gold and just apply that all over my lid like that. With the same blending brush. Okay, although I'm keeping them look really neutral, I am gonna use these liquid shadows, whatever they're called. It reminded me of the ones by Stila, and so I want to test the formula. I got Flirty Birdie. Let me swatch it for you guys. Oh wow, it looks just like the Stila ones. Let's see if the quality compares. And then I got Copper Pop. So this is Flirty Birdie, just a basic shimmer. And then Copper Pop, I'm assuming is gonna be a little more copper. Yes, it is. I mean, they look legit. Now let's see if they are legit. So I'm gonna put these on my little like flaps. Just put it right there. I'm gonna take a small blending brush to blend that out because it looks kind of maney right now. It doesn't really stay that well. I just see the more I'm blending it out, the more it kind of just comes off, which I'm not mad at because I kind of hate how it looked. But that kind of answers my question. I mean, I kind of let it dry. I'm gonna let it dry in my hand, and then I'll like rub it to see what we're looking like. But I didn't like how that looked right there, so I'm gonna go back to the shadow palette and take the shade Glamour and just place that instead. And then I'm gonna take the shade I started with, the shade Darling, and just brush a little bit of that under my eyes so the eye looks a little more complete. Take a little bit of that dark brown and just only focus it towards the outer part. I don't want to turn this into like a night look or smoky eye. I want this to be like a really nice fresh daytime look. I forgot I was supposed to let that dry to swatch it and I just wiped my hand. But it came off really easily, so I think they kind of tried to take Stila's gig, but they didn't get the secret formula because it doesn't seem like it has that much staying power. But if you want like a dupe for that Stila liquid shadow, but it's drugstore, the Pixie one works pretty good. That one works good. I've used that one before. It's literally the same thing, and that one stays for sure. All right, so now I'm gonna set my face using the Dewy Setting Mist. Spray it out a little bit. Oh, you sprayed hella hard. This is what I meant when I was trying to give an example, when I was expressing how much I love that 50 setting spray before it broke on me. How I was trying to say that other setting sprays attack you, whereas that one was so much more gentle. I'm scared. Let me cover my eyes. Oh my God, why are you so hard? Oh, you guys see what I mean? You guys see what I mean? This is what I was trying to say. You gotta watch my Fenty video. You wanna know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna put you down, babe. It's trying to ruin my entire face. Now I have those little dots. That is exactly what I was referring to. So I'm gonna just take my sponge and blend on top of that, cause I'm not gonna ruin my freaking face. If you saw my Fenty video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That just stressed me out. Okay, I need to do my brows because it dawned on me I haven't done them. Well, one, I have them microbladed, and two, I tinted them the other day with black hair dye. So they look pretty full to me. I'm just gonna take their brow pencil. And this is in the shade. Why isn't the shade? Why isn't it on the package? But I'm just gonna fill in my brows using that. This looks a little warm though. I bought two, so let me see if the other one's a little less warm. That looks a little too warm. Yeah, this is a little more cool tone. I'm gonna go with this one, cause that one was looking like a warm brown, and that's not the color of my hair. I kind of really like this brow pencil. Like, it's so easy to use. It's reminding me a lot of my NYX one, which is my favorite, but a little more pigmented. Like, I kind of like this brow pencil. I might need to buy a few more of these, because I like how this is like applying and how easy it is to fill out my brows with this. Now I'm gonna clean these up with some concealer and this concealer brush. Alright, now I'm gonna take this like eyebrow set wax pen. I've never used anything like this. And I'm gonna set my brows with this. It says just put it over your brows once you're done. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm brushing upwards. Well, I'm shocked. I thought it would move the product, but it's not doing that. It seems like it's just setting it. Before I do my lips, I'm gonna apply some of their mascara. This is the Length and Volume mascara. And I'm just gonna put that on my lower lash. Alright, so I have the brow pencil that I'm going to try to use as a lip pencil because I couldn't find any lip liners or brown lip liners, and so let's just see if it works. I'm not going to super line, but I do want to create some definition. So I'll probably only focus on the outer part. So that's really cool tone. So in order to make it a little warm, I'm gonna take that same light brown shadow I started with earlier and place it on top just to warm it up just a little bit. I bought two lip glosses. I got the shade Mauve Glitz and Love Bite. And I kind of want to start with the mauve color and then go from there. It feels more like a chapstick than it does a gloss. I would have used my sister's gloss with them, but I have no idea where that is. It's somewhere deep in the archive, somewhere in my lip gloss drawer. It feels like a lip balm, but it's a lip liqueur. So technically speaking, they're not claiming to be a gloss. It's a lacquer. I don't know if that's how you say it. I guess that's why it feels that way. One last thing to do. We gotta apply highlight. I'm just gonna take this blush brush and just rub it all over the palette. Girl, I think it would have stuck more if I was able to get some setting spray on my face, but it was trying to attack me. That looks pretty though. You know, this looks really pretty. I like it. It's totally me. This is a signature, super natural for the everyday girl Arnellarmon look. So I'm not mad at it. But I am mad at that setting spray. And I need to set my face. Like, I need some type of settage going on. I'm scared to use this one, so I need to try to find, I hope I have another e.l.f. setting spray. It turns out I have no other e.l.f. setting sprays, so I have to cheat. I'm using NYX one. It's still drugstore though. I just have to set this face. So cover my eyes. At least the NYX one doesn't freaking attack you. I want you guys to hear the difference. This is NYX. This is e.l.f. What the? Do you guys hear that? e.l.f. NYX. Who are they trying to attack? I don't understand why you're so mad. That's ridiculous. That's not okay. I'm gonna go to the bathroom to get natural, not natural lighting, but like not studio lighting, so it's fair. And damn, I can't take you guys with me. I'll BRB and I'll insert the photos. Hold up, I look kind of good. Like, my eyes kind of hurt. My eyes are so sensitive, I can't handle flash. But that looks good. Insert it, insert it. That looks good. Wow, I'm like impressed. That looks really, really good. That looks, I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this, but that looks really, really good. So let me go put it on top so I can professionally close this video out. And I'll say bye to you guys in like 1 second. All right guys, changed my top. I love how this makeup looks. It looks like perfect for every single day. It looks, I mean, you're looking at it, you tell me. But what I want to do, since I enjoyed using all these products down from the skincare, I want to gift at least like 1 or 2 people with like an e.l.f. gift card or something. I'm trying to think like what's the best way to do this. You know, that's what I'll do. I want to do a giveaway. I'm not going to put in the title or even like announce it in the comments or anything. You better watch this whole video if you want to enter this giveaway. But I want to give 2 people $100 e.l.f. gift cards because you'll be able to get a lot of stuff for $100 from e.l.f. And so, in order to enter, just leave a nice comment down below and then tag your Instagram. And I'll pick 2 people by, what, today's Wednesday? I'll announce them in next Monday's video. Cool? Cool. I'll see you guys on Friday.